Hey y'all, it's Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Welcome back for another crafty venture. As you can see, I'm hopping with the Card Hoppin group again today. It's been a minute since I've hopped with them. I'm getting back to some of my friends this week, so I've had a good time. And the theme this month is masculine. The technique is ombre or monochrome. I actually didn't have the theme in mind when I started, but I guess it was serendipitous that I used this ombre panel. So I'm starting by cutting out a frame by nestling these two circle dies together. These circle dies are from Whimsy, and I'll have everything linked and listed below. But I also cut out two large panels just in white because I'm making a shaped card this time. Now this panel that you see on the screen is one of my makes from another video, and I'll have that linked and listed downstairs, but that is kitchen tin foil, and I have colored it up with alcohol inks, so that's a whole other situation and not for today. But going back to the theme being masculine, what makes something masculine? What makes a card a masculine card? Is it the color? Is it the content? What is it? So I have these sweet little stamps from Whimsy again called Under the Sea, and thought that I wanted to use them, and so here we go. So for me it was more of a sea theme than a masculine theme, but again, what makes something masculine or feminine? So I think just by giving it to someone who's masculine makes it a masculine card. That's my opinion, be that what it may. So you can see I'm layering all my pieces together. That ombre panel wasn't quite wide enough for the die, but I feel like I'm handling it in my own way. So I have all of my pieces layered together, and now it's time to stamp the stamps. So again, this is the Under the Sea stamp set from Whimsy, and the images are just so stinking adorable. I had to stamp them all. I didn't really have a plan, except when I saw the sentiment on there, it said shrimply the best. I knew whatever was going to go on the card was definitely the shrimp family. And so I don't know if you noticed in the beginning, but there was a little trio of shrimpy, and the sentiment says Dad, shrimply the best. The Dad sentiment comes from Dad's Day, which is again a new release from Whimsy, and I just thought that this made a really sweet little Father's Day card. So I have stamped everything out. As you saw, I was using my VersaFine Claire Nocturne ink, which is a very wet ink, and so I will smudge sure as the day is long, so I decided I would go ahead and heat emboss because I just like the look of heat embossing. It never ever gets old, and you know, if I have to hit them with a heat gun anyway to make them dry, I may as well heat emboss. So here I'm auditioning all my players, trying to make sure who I'm going to use, who I'm not going to use, because they're not all going to fit. I mean, that's quite a party, but they just don't all fit. That turtle, though, that turtle steals my heart. Y'all see him? Absolutely adorable. So you can see that I'm putting the sentiment on the far left to kind of cover up that gap where the ombre panel isn't quite wide enough. And I thought that I would use one of the characters over on the right to kind of mask it a little bit, but the seam just didn't work that way. So that doesn't bother me. For some of you, it might bother you. It might look off balance or whatever. But again, I've said before, things like that really don't get under my skin. If I can fix them, I can fix them. If not, it doesn't bother me. Because you see the overall composition of the card. Yes, you can see it. Obviously, you can see it. But it doesn't, it doesn't make me mad. So the sentiment says, Dad, shrimply the best. And yeah, I just think that's adorable. So I have the dad. You can see his eyes are looking right at that sentiment as if his kids made that for him for Father's Day or whatever. And the other guys are just there to help them celebrate. I think it's really sweet. Very simple, came together quite easily. The most complicated thing was that background, and it was already made and in my stash. And I will link to those videos downstairs if you're interested. Again, this is a card hop with the Card Hoppin group. So again, the theme was masculine, the technique was ombre or monochrome. We could have chose either. I just had this panel, so the panel actually led the card, and I'm just thankful that it met the brief. So this group, let me tell you though, if you would like to participate with us, I'll have the link downstairs. We're on Facebook, and we originated from Handmade Happiness, and our leader, our fearless, wonderful leader, is Jen Schoolcraft, and she comes up with different themes and techniques every month. This is the second year she's been leading us in this, and I just love it. She's fantastic. And so you will find the next participant listed downstairs. So go ahead and hop along. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more of what I create, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and do that along the way. You might find your next favorite YouTuber along the way. So make sure that you give everybody some love and hop along and get some fun inspiration this month. Maybe you'll find something for Father's Day. Maybe you'll change your opinion on what masculine is. I don't know. Just go. Just have fun. So guys, this is Nancy, the Handy Scandy. Thanks for joining me on this card hop today. And until next time, mwah, I am out.